Greetings, one, and greetings all. My name is Darkstorm, and welcome back to Darkstorm Plays Slay the Princess. Alright, I've been messing around with a couple things, just for giggles. But, right now, let's head right back in, and I should be doing new things, but I kind of wanna, for reasons that may or may not become clear in a later part, since I've just done Adversary. Actually, no, it'll probably become a little bit clearer now. But I'm gonna go from Adversary into Tower, which I did already do in my main playthrough. But let's just kind of see where this goes. Okay, I wanted to start here because, like, part of what's cool about me actually playing this instead of watching other people play it is I get to do, because I can do things that I haven't seen other people do. Like, let's see. Okay, so this isn't uncommon. It's pretty common actually, but hold on a second. Hear me out.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
Actually, I probably should have started a bit earlier because I also just like as soon as she asked if I was here to kill her, I said, "Oh, yeah, I'm here to play her." That's probably an important part of the sequence. Um, this is actually something I just saw someone else do on Reddit. Actually, not Reddit, in the Discord server. Is that, do you know why I'm here to kill you?
That laugh. I think I'm in love.
Yeah, no, I've never seen this before. There's a lot of things that I'm getting. There's a lot of things I'm getting that I've never seen other people do. It's fun.
Stop it.
I have no idea. To be honest, I don't even know why I'm down here, or how I got here.
Huh.
I was kind of hoping you might be able to shed some light on the whole situation.
Nope. But that's it. Anyway, now let's beeline it to where I'm actually trying to get,
Have you decided what to do with me?
which is a
You
little bit
know
ironic
why you're
considering the
here.
voice that I just got. But actually, let me just check to make sure I'm doing this right. Probably. No, I was not about to do this right. So let's see. Examine the
Oh,
chains.
you have to. You walk up to they're large and heavy.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
No.
Maybe it's somewhere up doubtful.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make. Is someone else here?
That's it.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stair. Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam, the knife. Pick it up.
You won't like.
And then betrayer.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down. The princess flinches as you strike, and your weapon sinks into her shoulder.
Why? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
You bastard. If I have to kill you to leave this place, I'll do it.
All
I
right.
thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's unarmed and there's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so
I'm not
sure.
so sure.
Don't waver now. As you raise your blade to strike again, she kicks out, knocking your legs out from under you. The two of you struggle on the ground. You lash out with the blade, slicing wherever you can. Her fists connect with your body again and again, each blow stronger than the last, shattering bone and rupturing tissue with reckless abandon. Forget trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
This is just standard.
You roll out of her grasp and shakily push yourself back to your feet. Though every inch of you is in pain, the princess probably has it worse. Blood pours out from countless gashes, staining her once pristine dress. She pauses for a moment, catching her breath, staring at you with wild eyes.
I also want to note that like a lot of the choices that'll go away if you talk a bit too much. Uh, those make sense, but that choice right there when you select Slay the Princess and then you have no option the next choice except for Slay the Princess. I've beelined it to this at least 3 times. I There's never another option there, so I guess me wondering why is that even there?
We can still turn this around.
But there is an option here, like giving up.
Are you serious? As the force of her blows overwhelms your body, the blade falls from your trembling hands, clattering uselessly to the cobblestones below. I suppose you just lacked the will to finish the job.
Call me a contrarian, but sometimes I just love how incredulous the narrator is when I give up like that. It's like,
The princess, wounded but still alive, stands to face you. She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you to the ground. Her knee slides to your throat and your windpipe is crushed under weight you didn't think her frame could possibly possess.
yeah, right.
Pathetic.
Yeah, no, it's small, but this is something I don't see like almost ever until now.
This is the end, isn't it? Everything goes dark, and you die.
All right, but now here is where I'm actually trying to be.
You're on a path in the woods, and
Let me just do this real quick. Here.
you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Is there anything new I can say here? Which ones have I said before? Which one did I say? I don't remember.
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
I
If he
wasn't
doesn't
listening.
remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You
Hmm.
know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Why?
What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
Hmm.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Says you. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, so let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Uh,
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
right then.
We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
Now that's an idea.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
Hmm.
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
I make no promises.
I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter.
Hmm.
Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible.
You're not even taking the context of what the hero said into consideration when you respond. You just want to look at the worst case scenario at every single opportunity. Which I mean, from the wider scope of the game, I guess that's fair. But in an in-character perspective, you give me like no reasons to trust you. Honestly, you almost give me negative reasons to trust you. This included. Why are you so terrible at your job? Why do you suck? Why are you trash? Okay, I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry to you. I'm sorry to the audience.
So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Oh, I'm always hard. I'm kidding.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Actually, did I even have a choice? I didn't even really pay attention. Probably didn't. I mean, I'm already here. I get the choice to turn around back there. But once I'm up here, I think the only way the game gives me is forward. Also, I'm just now thinking. Actually, no, never mind. It's probably just the light, um, light pollution coming from the cabin. Maybe I guess. But I'm just realizing, why aren't there stars down here? Where is this light coming from? But I guess maybe the light is supposed to be taken as coming from the cabin itself. Wait a second.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I was gonna say, wait a second. Is there even like any? Are there like lights in the cabin? Like it looks pretty light, but like the narrator doesn't mention a light source.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Oh, will I?
Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Let's just skip the mirror and I'll skip the blade and head into the basement.
No blade this time. Yeah. Maybe she'll be more receptive if we're unarmed.
Perhaps.
Blade, no blade. It doesn't matter.
I mean, it kind of does.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice.
Mhm.
It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Stone isn't that bad.
Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Mommy?
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time.
Hmm.
You shouldn't have come down here unarmed.
Hmm.
We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Do we?
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
Hmm.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
I suppose. Hold on a second. Continue.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
This dress is kind of transparent.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
Focus up. Stop being a downer.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
Hey,
I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet.
I guess.
And more than a little disappointing.
Uh,
She's disappointed in us?
Kneel.
uh, hold on a second. Alright, anyway. How about no?
But the words don't leave your mouth. Instead, your legs buckle and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Now, what shall we talk about?
The last time we met, you tried to kill me. And yet here you are again. This time groveling at my feet. What a wretched sight.
Well,
What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met? I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the woods. Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
No, I won't tell you.
You will.
Just do it already. It will feel so much better to do as she says.
What if I don't?
Do you think holding shut your beak is enough to stop me from prying it open? Do you think your skull can save your thoughts from being seen?
Yes.
Can she do that?
No.
There's nothing she can't do.
Shut up.
Confused. Meek. A chorus of submissive indecision. Is that why you came to me unarmed?
Oh.
It doesn't matter. All of it is easily brushed aside.
Oh. I guess you can do that.
And there it is. I am destined to end the world.
Seems like it.
Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
Oh, why?
It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do but help her. Maybe she'll be nice to us.
Maybe. I think I asked all of these in my regular video, and I don't think she liked these two quests, these two. I think she only liked this one, actually. Hold on. But you know what? Let's just take the pledge. Actually, hold on a second before I do that. Alright, real quick. Actually, I want to see how many of these disappear if I run through these dialogue options. What happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's
Alright.
an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Mm. So I'll still here. Oh, there were three things here. What disappeared? I don't know. Let's try this one now.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
And well, she's not that nice. She have me.
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
Hmm. Why can't you do it?
Don't be rude. Of course she can.
Hmm.
It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I don't want to.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do.
Hmm.
The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was.
Well,
The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity. The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn.
Hmm.
Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
alright, I'm sold.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
Hmm.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say.
I guess not.
No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
I don't think I have a choice. I shall still see through here.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong, trying to conceal you from me.
Hmm.
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Hmm.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you?
Hmm. I guess he is.
A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Mm, mm. Scream! Scream!
Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Mm,
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon.
Good question.
All you need to do is believe it's been done.
Hold on a second. Right. Um, and what if I don't believe? What happens then?
You poor, wretched little thing. You already do believe. You've always believed. All you have to do is open the last door to your heart.
It's probably broken. That's yeah.
It's easy. And once you let her in, you'll be safe and free forever.
Well,
Please don't do this.
I don't really have a choice. I have to. It's over. I'm sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry about. This is how it was always going to be. And it is good. Alright, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna go sit in the corner. Let me know if we get our agency back.
Okay. Now break her chains.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
Well,
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
alright. What happens now?
Nothing. And then, everything.
Well, that's an interesting way of putting it. Hold on. You take her hand. Or not. But you do not take her hand. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Maybe.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Oh, I forgot. I didn't acknowledge the mirror before.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I feel anxious. Does anyone else feel anxious?
Hmm. A bit.
He is. Does that mean the world ended? Figures the world would end and leave us with all this nothing.
Oh. I'm supposed to look at the
There's
mirror.
something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. I don't want to look at us.
Why not?
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Got to. Let's Good mirror. It's you. Um, let's just see how she describes. Big.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Maybe I turned the music a little bit too low. The gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own.
Okay.
This one is dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for an overwhelming heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
Well, Alright, now let's go back to where? Here, I guess. How far back is this? Well, I have questions for you before I decide to do anything.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
Hmm.
There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it.
Now,
But
hold
it
on.
is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Now, I'm not going to help you end the world. I don't care from the new terms. I think I did that before. Said that before. No, I won't take part in this.
You poor deluded thing. Don't think you can muster up the strength to defy me now. You already submitted the moment you entered this temple without the will to end me.
You know what? That might be fair.
What is she talking about?
Not taking the blade?
She's talking about your ridiculous decision to come down here unarmed. But it doesn't matter. Don't let her talk you into bowing down to her or whatever it is she thinks she can make you do. You can still go back and get the blade from upstairs. You can still stop her.
Narrator, let's just stop and think about this for a second. Do you know how tall those stairs are? I'm gonna have to spend all of my arm muscle climbing up each stair. Well, for her, they're probably just regular stairs. I'm not getting back up there. If I try, she's just going to step over me.
But we're already here, and we already made our choice, and there are so many tall
See?
stairs between us and that altar.
Yeah.
You're right about one thing. You already made your choice, and your choice was to defy her. I don't care how many stairs there are or how tall they are, you're going to turn around right now, take the blade, and save the damn world.
She'll just kill me. She could just kill me before I even get to the stairs.
Even now your vessel twitches and trembles, consumed by conflict with yourself.
Kinda, yeah.
But that part of you standing in hopeless defiance isn't the only thing resisting me, is it? There's something else in there. Someone else. A greasy film sheltering your heart.
Oh, hold on a second. Apparently I have a message. I might have to take care of that, actually. Alright, that took a while. Hopefully, having the recording pause for this long didn't break anything.
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Well,
Is she talking about you?
it seems so.
That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits,
This is the famous.
trying to control things
Yeah,
that it
it's
can't
the same.
understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Well,
Are you okay?
I don't think he is.
He's
I'm
fine. He's
I've always been fine.
Ooh.
No, this isn't right. What do? We can't just let her control us like this.
I don't think we have a choice.
I've been trying to tell you this whole time. It isn't about can or can't. It isn't even about will or won't. There is only one path in front of us, and we will walk it. We'll just refuse. Not even he could refuse her in the end. What are you supposed to do? We're all prisoners here. Some of us are just willing to embrace our chains.
Well, that's a bit of a defeatist thought. Yeah.
When I see you again, you'll free me from my chains and deliver me to the destiny that lies beyond this place.
I'll think about it.
I promise.
I know you will.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, didn't even need a knife this time. Chapter 3, The Apotheosis.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path... Oh, let me guess. At the end of that path is a cabin.
Hold on a second. Let's see who we are dealing with. Who we are accompanied
This
by.
is hardly a path in
The
the
paranoid.
woods. It's all big and weird.
Alright. So, I'm gonna leave this for a bit. We'll see what comes of that another time. Let's see, where in the path is this? Hmm. Too far ahead. I wanted to go back further. Okay, I just wanna do something real quick. And then I'm gonna see what about the blade.
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you tried to kill me. And yet here you are again. This time groveling at my feet. What a wretched sight.
Okay.
What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
I just wanna
The
see if
last
I
time we met,
if I'm compliant.
I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the...
Um Oh, I can say this. Hold on. I don't think I can refuse her. Sorry.
Are you serious? Just don't say anything. How hard can it be to not say anything? You haven't felt her angelic fingers run along the edges of your mind. You haven't felt her nails dig into your thoughts.
Wait, have we felt that yet? I don't think we have. You're supposed to end the world.
You weak-willed buffoon.
Hmm.
Is that so?
Yes.
The princess closes her eyes in contemplation.
Hmm.
Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten.
Whoops.
The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do but help her. Maybe she'll be nice to us.
Oh, now I don't even. No, I've been too compliant. Now I can't resist. Actually, that makes me wonder. What if I only accepted one command, but not the other? Like, what if I... You know, questions for later. Okay, I just went through both possibilities, and if you wave once you're in the basement, if you waver even once, you're locked into this. All right, but give me the knife.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Yeah.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell...
That's the same thing.
This is actually... It's still a stone basement. Her booming voice
Is that a guest I hear?
You weren't... You need to get down there. Should we be worried about... It doesn't matter what that little voice said.
Alright.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next.
There we go.
But soon the
Whatever.
princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
Not this time.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
Alright.
Drop it.
Hold on a second. Alright, we're resisting all the way, baby.
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly to the floor. But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh,
Well.
I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
So, no.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said
Kneel.
Your legs buckle,
Well,
and your knees hit the floor.
that's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
hmm.
The last time we met, you tried to kill me. And here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed.
Well, kind of.
What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death?
Speak.
The
I don't
last
wanna.
time we met? I suppose that...
You may have noticed that the fact I even have this choice is a bit different because I didn't tell her about this already in chapter 1. So, no.
Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
No.
it. It's what she wants. No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Yeah, this is what I saw last time. So yeah, there's a lot of this going on.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
So far,
Okay,
so good, I
yeah.
guess.
We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
More of this going on.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce.
Interesting.
The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment
Wow.
seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To defy me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
Hold on a second. I've never really thought too hard about this, but I'm not sure what to make of it. It's like I don't know. Also, what is this scroll bar? It looks like it's a bone. I don't know if it's supposed to be a bone.
Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
How about no?
You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
Right? Let's end it.
Oh, we'll end this all right. Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Yeah, no, that's a bit more what I was going for. Slay yourself, slay the princess. Alright, let's do this.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson.
Let's not get carried away here.
Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I do not want to.
I'm sorry.
Stop it.
Don't! As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility.
I blame you.
Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
No.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her. It's what she wants.
But it's not what I want.
You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
Well, that's not pleasant.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird, thinking it can defy a god.
I can.
It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
No. Hold on a second, I gotta pause this real quick. This animation's just gonna keep going, hold on. Alright, anyway. I had to listen to that when I was doing something else. Anyway, slay the princess.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
Sure, let's go with
You
that.
continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement.
I did turn down this. This is not for this, but just in general for the game. I did turn down the sound effect volume, so that's nice.
You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand.
Yeah, it would.
My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The
What
best
are you
I can do
juggling?
right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me,
Okay, I
this
guess
whole
so.
ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
I guess
You're the
so.
one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She
Not
doesn't
really.
want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
No, she doesn't have to do this.
Stop.
Okay, that's fine.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before. Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death. There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal, but as something
Still.
worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Well, that's demeaning, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, how thoughtful of her. It's a mercy. Take it.
No.
I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
No middle ground. Alright. In for a penny, in for a pound. Let's go.
No. Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react. The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance.
Seems small, but yeah, that would be a pretty. Why is she just on her toes? She does not need to just be on her toes.
She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest.
Victory!
As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh.
Okay.
We can do this, can't we?
Yes.
You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason. It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
Oh, I think it's too late, alright.
Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You
heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can strike the final blow,
Ow.
the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet. There's an unsettling wet pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest.
Well,
Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact.
well, that doesn't sound like we did too good.
You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
I stabbed you.
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this. The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
Well, I wouldn't say nothing but cruel, but
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
oh well.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine. She collapses to the floor. Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear as the two of you perish together. I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we?
Like this. Not like this.
Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something.
Kinda.
I guess. Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
And we're back at the Fury.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I think he's upset. And what's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
We'll come back to this at some point. Hold on. Oh, I did say. Actually, I'm not sure how I'm gonna edit this together. Maybe you haven't heard me say it, but I was not too pleased with the first run through of Fury. But you know what? I've seen some people talking about how different Fury can be, so it's worth a shot. But not right now. We're not doing it right now. I don't sound as loud as I should. You know what? Let me turn up. Hold on. Alright. I've made the mic more sensitive once again. Anyway, greetings one and all. My name is Darkstorm and welcome back to Darkstorm Plays Slay the Princess. I have maybe gone a little bit obsessive. This is loading, right? Loading, yeah. A little bit obsessive over how
You take the blade from...
a little bit obsessive over like really just exploring the entire chapter.
The door to the basement, it's still a stone basement. Her booming voice
So, like,
rolls up the stairs.
it's a lot simpler than I thought it would be.
Is that a guest I hear?
You weren't kidding when you need to get down there. Should we be worried about
So
your son? Doesn't
basically,
matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
basically, if you don't take the knife down, it's not even the regular options that unlock the ability to resist plunging yourself to the tower. It's specifically, well, actually, refusing to kneel is one thing. It unlocks an explore option
Making your way down the spiral
that
staircase
is
is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast. The princess, the chain is...
The little bird.
Let's see. First, I'm just gonna actually let me refer to my notes again real quick because I'm doing something. Okay, so to get Contrarian like I did the first time, what you have to do well, actually, you can honestly just be as resistant as possible at every opportunity. Or you can take the knife down. Yeah, taking the knife down is what triggers Contrarian. And then you basically just have to... You can even drop the knife if you want. Whoops. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna do that just to show it off.
And clatters uselessly to the floor.
This is basically as compliant as you can be.
We didn't have to do that, and yet you did. She's so much more than us. Oh, I understand what's going on, and...
Kneel.
Okay, but this is the important one. You have to say no to kneeling.
But the words don't leave your mouth. Instead, your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
It doesn't seem like it matters much right now, but it does.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
The last time we met, you tried to kill me. And here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed.
Let's see how it goes.
What draws you back here? Speak.
The last time we...
And then this is the next important part. You have to choose this.
You will.
Just do it already. It will feel so much better to do as she says.
And then, you don't not just remaining silent, you have to specifically click I said no.
Such firm resistance. How surprising.
That's basically as compliant as you can be and still get to Apotheosis. Well, or Fury, if you want. I don't. But if you did, that's how you do it.
Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
Do it.
Then this is basically the same.
As your eye... You reach forward. You can feel a creaking. The prince... What you... Oh, will your...
Wait a second. Did I mess up? I might have messed up. Actually, wait, no. No, I didn't. I want to show you this. Look, it's not as powerful as slaying the princess, but resisting is its own thing. Now, hold on. Where did I mess up, actually? Oh, I had to tighten the grip on the blade. So this locks me out of Fury, but I can still get Apotheosis.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step
But it
at a
looks the
time,
same.
you move towards the princess.
But it looks the same for two options.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
Which is funny because when I first, well, obviously, well, not obviously, but when I first saw this path, I didn't have the game, but when I first saw this path, this is basically what I wanted to do.
I'm sorry.
Don't! As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh. Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice.
Which is
Blood
interesting to
fills your
think about,
lungs.
because now I'm wondering, was this something that was added to the Pristine cut, or was this option always in the game and just no one did it?
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
It would be interesting if it was always in the game and just no one did it, because that just means that I have a, what word am I looking for? Not special. I have a different, a divergent way of thinking, I guess.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
A divergent method of decision making, which
It's
is
what she wants.
maybe not the best, but
You,
it's interesting.
Heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling
I'm still
to
gonna let
keep it
this
from
play out
perforating
because
vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the
I'm
pain,
letting this
you
play.
manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
I don't know why. I stopped looking at the dialogue, so I thought it was done. But I'm letting this play out just because it looks the same as another choice, but it's technically new.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird, thinking it can defy a god.
It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
No.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
It is kind of a time waster now that I think about it, because it's the same option as just slaying yourself, but like, no, I don't want to.
Continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement. You know, this would be
Also,
a lot
wasting
easier
time
if you gave us a hand.
Wasting time can be its own reward sometimes.
My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
And also, it's funny. It'd be fun. I don't remember exactly what the narrator said, but it's funny to get this far and then just not do it.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Stop.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Like, if you try and go through like everything sequentially, a lot of things seem like they're working together to give you different paths, but it's really just every option affects one thing. And then there's also the explore options that you might be tempted to skip, but don't.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before.
Yeah.
Perhaps If you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death. There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal, but as something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Well, that's demeaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her.
It's a mercy. Take it.
I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
Also, the other interesting thing is all three of these options are always on screen. It's just one or two of them will be grayed out. This one's always available, but one of these two, sometimes they're both grayed out. Sometimes one or the other's grayed out, but they're never both active at the same time, because when the trigger to activate this also deactivates this one.
It's pointless to resist. In the end, everything submits to oblivion.
But you're not the one resisting me, are you? There's something else in there.
It is interesting that she says this because, yes, I am.
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you?
A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
I forget if I used the knife.
No. What are you talking about?
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Oh, I do.
Bring the blade to your neck. You slice through soft flesh, severing veins and arteries, your blood flowing freely down your body. It's a painful lesson in obedience, but the pain won't last forever.
You know, I kind of wish they skipped using the knife here, just because I don't really like it. But at the same time, the fact that I don't know, this still feels better.
No.
When I see you again, you'll free me from my chains and deliver me to the destiny that lies beyond this place.
We'll see about that.
We will. I promise.
I know you will.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path... Oh, let me guess, and at the end of the path is a cabin!